Good afternoon, everyone. It is March 11th today, and this is Tyler from Socrates Trading. What is a margin or a margin loan? This is a very common question many day traders and investors have, and it can be so confusing and difficult for people to understand this. Okay, so simply speaking, a margin is money borrowed from a broker to purchase more stock. When you hear someone say, I bought it on margin, I bought 2,000 shares on margin, it's money it's collateral that's given to you by the brokerage. Essentially, they're like a creditor would be to a bank. And this is, so buying on margin is the act of borrowing money from the broker, and the broker acts as a lender and on the for the account. And typically the collateral is the current value of the account. So in most cases you would be able to borrow maybe up to 50 or 60% of the overall value of your account. For example, if the value of your account was roughly $10,000, you'd be able to borrow $5,000 to $6,000 more on your account. And for certain stocks, it's sometimes less. It may be only 10 or 20%. And for some stocks, often with micro cap stocks, you can't borrow at all. And this is important to understand. Now, the margin has a lot of functions, and most commonly used for day traders, because day traders are getting in and out of positions quickly, and often they're looking for micro surges in the stock price. And for them, it's often important to have a large amount of capital to buy with into these stocks. And this is also why it's very important that as a day trader you understand which stocks and how it can be utilized properly. So now, when you're using margin, it's also important to remember that the interest is accrued over time with this loan. So if I just bought a stock for $10,000 and then $4,000 more with margin, I would be best off selling that stock within a day or a couple days, because over time the interest would accrue and it could be a problem. Now, the other problem is that when you have a stock and you plan on holding it for 2 weeks with margin, if that stock drops more than, say, 25-30% value, most likely the bank's going to issue a margin call, and the next step is likely that the stock will be liquidated, in which case you'll lose a very large percentage of the value, because you weren't able to hold it that full time period. And this is one of the main reasons why you're best off avoiding margin unless it's for day trades. Just to understand for what reasons you need the margin, and if it applies, then use it with discretion. Give me your feedback, and thank you.